Kaepernick finally hooked up with Vernon Davis the appropriate amount of time because Patrick Peterson essentially took Anquan Boldin out of the game, and the Niners don't have any other receivers except Davis. Kaepernick passed for just over 250 yards, 16 of 29 for 252. He threw an interception. But, you know, after the Niners opened the season with that thrashing, or that offensive thrashing of the Packers, where Kaepernick threw for 400 yards, mostly out of the pocket, almost exclusively out of the pocket. He then went through the next 4 games. He didn't throw for more than 167 yards in any game, and he wasn't very accurate, and all of a sudden he looked like a guy who wasn't an elite prospect and who many people thought couldn't play quarterback in the NFL. But then he comes back with 252 in this game.
I think because of that, I don't know if it was just me, but even going to that Cardinals 49ers game, maybe last year, even, you know, at the end of the season with the 49ers were looking, you would think, oh, there's going to be this destruction of the Cardinals. I think in starting that game, I was like, this is going to be a good game. We don't know who's going to win this. The Cardinals had, like you said, you had Patrick Peterson. You're like, they don't know what he's going to do. Maybe he's going to get a kick return. Maybe Carson Palmer is going to have a decent day where he at least throws for 2 touchdowns. Maybe. So there's no more definite guarantees with the 49ers and what they're going to do anymore. And now, seeing them against Seattle, you're even thinking they will lose to them.
Larry Fitzgerald goes up to, who was he talking to?
Vernon Davis.
He goes up to Vernon Davis, sort of the 2 offensive stars on these teams, and they're talking, and you just can't help but think for a moment. Cardinals may be 3-3. They're not going to the playoffs, right? They're probably not going to the playoffs next year, but maybe. Things change in the NFL, but they're looking at a juggernaut of 2 young, good teams in front of them in the Niners and the Seahawks. Sorry about the Rams. So they're looking at 2 good teams, and like, why? I know it, salary cap, I got it, all kinds of issues, all kinds of problems with it. Shouldn't they get a number 1 pick and maybe something else from the Niners? And shouldn't Larry Fitzgerald play in San Francisco? Because, oh my God, all of a sudden,
everything would change.
Everything would change. Larry Davis, Larry Fitzgerald, Anquan Boldin, Vernon Davis, everything changes. And give the Cardinals.
And then when Crabtree comes back, it's a little unfair.
Crabtree comes back, if he comes back this year, it's a little unfair. Totally, it's a lot unfair. And the Cardinals get something. They're not ready yet. Like, give them, you know, a 1 and a 3, a 1 and a 4, like something that matters.
Can we do some overhauls that send all these players to the Rams rather than to the 49ers?
Nothing displays.
That's the whole point.
The Rams have no receivers.
Right?
So that's the whole point, though. But if you send Larry Fitzgerald to the Rams, they're still the Rams.
Still the Rams. Not going to put him over the top.
Yeah, it was just one guy, yeah.
And if I'm the Rams, I don't want to give up a number 1 pick and a number 3 pick for Larry Fitzgerald because I want to get better, younger players.
They keep getting
but
high
the
picks.
Cardinals have some. It's just that nothing makes you seem like less of a knowledgeable sports fan than suggesting trades that can't happen, right? Because they don't happen. But the Trent Richardson trade sort of inevitably piques your interest. Like, well, why not? Like, why?
Yeah, I don't know why football doesn't do more trades. What's wrong with them?
I don't know. I don't know why they don't. And a guy like I mean, Larry Fitzgerald is, as he's been for years, lost in that with that team. I saw highlights because of the NFL concussion special, the frontline special on concussions, which is excellent, that they were running some shots of the Steelers Super Bowl win. And like, I forgot that the Cardinals were in the game. It's crazy that the Arizona Cardinals were in the Super Bowl.
Well, that's the thing. Now,
and if they'd won it, it would have counted.